The receipts have just arrived. Kendra Robinson isn't playing, and your man, you stood by and even married, is now skulking around with his ex before you even said, I do care. But wait, it gets worse. Young Joc couldn't have gotten away with this, and let's just say that trust is officially dead. When Kendra was out there telling the world that she trusted at work, what did she do? What was Karlie's response? And most importantly, what was young Joc G's explanation for this? 1. This tea is hot, so stay locked in. This was the couple meant to be all odds. The repentant player, the boss lady, the rapper, and the lawyer. However, while Joc was out, Kendra was out playing wife, because this isn't just drama, you guys. This is pure reality TV gold. You guys need to talk, because after everything is said and done, someone's relationship and career might not survive. I'm kidding, but there was a recent online scandal that has everyone wondering if this marriage was ever legal. We're talking about actual, indisputable receipts, screenshots, messages, and even video evidence. Let's take a good look at it. See? Guy a few years ago, baby, you haven't seen anything yet. Let's start with the timing, because this scandal isn't consistent. Young Joc and Kendra were married in November 2021. And before the wedding, Kendra was reportedly snooping around telling the world that she had finally found the guy of her dreams. Anyone who has followed Joc and Karlie's turbulent relationship knows that this isn't even surprising. So let's take a moment to think about how the two have been playing this toxic back-and-forth game for years. After fervently declaring that he is her true love, Karlie Red has been dragging Joc on national television, accusing him of being a liar and cheater. However, this time, if these accusations are accurate, Karlie Red wasn't just a side chick. She was the side chick while Kendra Robinson was busy organizing a wedding and other things. They always end up getting back together, but this is where things get weird. According to a very close source, someone sent Kendra a full folder of proof via direct messages, text message screenshots, call logs, and even mysterious hotel security footage. I don't know about the rest of you, but if my partner is going into a hotel room with his ex, a few weeks before Kendra said that was exactly what she intended to do, then this story takes a crazy turn when Joc tried to trick her after she confronted him with the receipts. It's not what it looks like, he said, staring her in the face. If you don't leave, it won't be what it looks like. As far as I can tell, adult men don't just walk into a hotel room with their exes to read the Bible. So that's what I thought. You all know that Kendra is a lawyer. And if there's one thing that lawyers are still good at, it's catching people in their tracks. So she wasn't having any of it. She hit in with the classic, and as she said it, you could practically hear crickets in the background. Therefore, you're telling me that all of the phone records, text messages, and hotel security footage are lying, baby? The most absurd thing is that, despite everything, Kendra was willing to forgive this man because she genuinely loved him and thought he could change. She still wanted to make their marriage work despite all the betrayal. But instead of Job, doubled down and began playing the victim, accusing Kendra of overreacting and allowing others to ruin their marriage. This was the worst mistake of his life. What, sir? How can you cheat and then turn the tables on her like that? Gaslighting her and saying that my friends were the problem was the last straw for Kendra, who realized she was dealing with a man who had no regrets. What would stop him from lying to her face like that in the future if he could do it? Kendra went after packing her bags like any respectable woman would. But this is just the beginning, because if you think Kendra won't notice, then this is just the beginning. Oh, you were wrong, my dear. Rumor has it that the Joc she shook has been messaging her and even showing up at her workplace to beg her to take him back. She's already in contact with divorce lawyers, but Kendra isn't responding. And to be honest, I don't blame her, because Joc has made too many mistakes by now. If he assumed that Kendra would simply forgive and move on, you're in for a surprise, because the real drama is just getting started. Stay tuned, because I assure you, you won't want to miss part 2. The next stage of this scandal will be much more chaotic. Rumor has it that Kendra is coming for everything, not just a divorce on paper. If you want to understand why she left, let's take a quick look back. Young Joc was about to learn the hard way what happens when you play with the wrong woman. And Kendra wasn't just leaving quietly. She was leaving with a vengeance jockey. The young man went into full damage control mode, desperate. Calling Kendra more than 20 times a day, leaving voicemails and saying things like, "Baby, I messed up. Please just talk to me." Kendra realized that this man was not just a lawyer. She is a powerhouse who knows exactly how to hit a man where it hurts his wallet, his reputation, and his peace of mind. She was about to make sure that everyone knew that he wasn't apologetic. He was just afraid of losing her, of ruining his name. And of everyone realizing what a shady, deceitful, and dishonest spouse he truly was. Kendra showed up at work without warning, acting like the stalker, and even threatening her best friends, in an attempt to persuade her to return for the first time. Also, a businessman who owns several clubs in Atlanta hosts a radio show and makes a respectable living from love and hip-hop after consulting with some of the top divorce lawyers in the industry. However, the guest did not sign a pronatal agreement. So let's talk about what Kendra is requesting. In this case, the courts aren't playing with him, and neither is Kendra. So Joc must have gone crazy if he thought he was just going to walk away with all his money. Wait, though, because she isn't just leaving empty-handed. She's coming for her fair share, which makes things when Karlie Redd went live on Instagram, it was terrible. Before I share what she said, let me clarify that she is a licensed professional. Cloud chaser who thrives on chaos, loves drama, and will stop at nothing to ensure she is the center of attention. When she saw that Jack was being pulled down by the internet, she had to step in and didn't hesitate. When Karlie went live on Instagram, this is what happened. In the beginning, she pretended to be innocent, saying she only wanted to clarify a few things. But then she started exposing Joc's dirty laundry, which was like a laundromat. She claimed that KRA knew about me and that he would never marry me. And let's be honest, I wasn't the only side chick. Look, I'm not a homewrecker. JCK was lying. To both of us. I'm sorry, sweetie. She that there were other women involved? She claimed that Joc had assured her that Kendra was cool with it, and that's when it really hit her. If Kendra goes on TV and tells everyone that he's already having trouble keeping his clubs open, Joc, his reputation, and his radio position, which might be in the Jeet party, it could even be completely destroyed. Once social media turns against you, as you are well aware, it's over. Okay? However, the saddest part is that Karlie Redd isn't even done yet. This side of the story has reportedly been discussed with producers about appearing on a major talk show. Not just any talk show, but prestigious networks like The Breakfast Club, The Shade Room, and possibly even Oprah's OWN network. According to rumors, she has more voicemails, text messages, messages, and possibly even video recordings in addition to more receipts. She decides to delete them. Joc's career may not survive, so he should go into hiding. But wait, this story doesn't end here. Another woman is coming forward. What does she have to say? Well, it might be Joe's last straw. You won't be prepared for what comes next, so stay tuned because part 3 will expose everything. After young Joc's statement, social media went into overdrive and some followers were cheering him on. Posted another video in an attempt to give his saying that he was tired of the lies and that people were trying to harm his reputation. But instead of receiving sympathy, he was further roasted. Kendra then delivered a knockout blow. And let me tell you, it didn't look good for Joc when she revealed the entire thread of private communications between him and Karlie Redd. Some people believe that Kendra was simply ungrateful but others believe that Joc had been living a double life and had finally come clean. Even worse were the messages through provocative late-night discussions and even references to keeping things under wraps so Kendra wouldn't find out. They revealed that Joc had been in contact with Karlie behind Kendra's back. The worst part of these SNEs was that they were sent before the divorce, and it was like an explosion when they went viral on social media. Karlie Red, who had been largely silent until now, was forced to react by going live on social media. His tone was defensive, his body language conveyed guilt, and his eyes were filled with panic. In spite of the fact that nobody took Kendra's sob stories seriously, the audience wasn't naive. Everything pointed to Karlie and Joc manipulating Kendra behind her back, including Karlie's timing, the content of those texts, and the suspicious tone. Karlie tried to change the situation by claiming that the texts were irrelevant and out of date, saying, "You guys are always trying to make me the bad guy. Joc and I've been cool for years," but questions started to pour in after that live interview went viral. On a podcast, a longtime friend of Joc's who was close to him disclosed a lot more information. "I've known Joc for a long time, and there's no way Kendra is lying about this. He's been doing this for years. It just got careless this time, and Kendra was wise enough to save receipts." Then the shocking revelation came. Kendra streamed live from what looked like a lawyer's office on Instagram. Looking calm and serious, ready for battle. "I tried to handle privately for too long, but now I'm suing young Joc for financial fraud and infidelity." In their PRT response to the charges, Joc's legal team claimed that Kendra was fabricating accusations to gain attention and money. The problem is that the harm had already been done. The public's perception had changed, dooming the tension, gathering all the evidence, and then delivering the ultimate form of retaliation, a lawsuit, and that this was no longer just a bad separation, deception, or adultery. You're in serious trouble, and it might now have legal repercussions. Details according to Kendra's close friends and family. She accused Joc of secretly transferring funds from their joint accounts into personal accounts in his name without telling her. If it's true, it's a serious crime rather than just a betrayal. Naturally, the media went into overdrive, and the public started to doubt Joc at every turn. Old footage of him making questionable claims reappeared, and it seemed as though Joc's past had finally caught up with him. As the lawsuit against GA of Steam began looking into his past, old accusations and scandals surfaced. Club appearances were canceled one after another, and brands quietly withdrew. They had to decide whether to fight back or make a deal behind closed doors after their sponsorships ended. But before they could do so, a woman who had nothing to do with Kendra came forward and revealed that she had dated Joc while he was still married. She shared screenshots and voice notes, hinting that there were many more women with similar stories. Was the final straw, and everyone wondered if Joc was planning to confront Kendra, or if he was negotiating a private agreement when he deleted all of his social media accounts and went completely silent. Was doing well in the interim, receiving support from celebrities, landing interviews, and seeing an increase in her following. Some even started to speculate that Kendra might be getting ready for Angela White moment. A complete transformation that would make her a stronger and more resilient version of herself. However, raised the most crucial question: was young Joc's life really over? Would ever bring him back? Although the lawsuit is still in its early stages, things could get worse for Joc if Kendra has more receipts. The question today is whether Kendra was being completely honest or if she was just seeking revenge. Is Joc at fault, or is this just another turbulent, exaggerated celebrity split? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications. That's it, people! The scandal happened right in front of us, but no one saw that Kendra had drastically changed the story of young Joc. Will he fight back, or has he really run out of excuses? Also, keep in mind that Karlie Red could reveal the final straw that triggers a full-blown outburst if KRA has. I know you have more receipts, so please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. For more exclusive updates, click the like button. If you like the tea, tell me if Kendra is the villain, the victim, the mastermind behind the ultimate vengeance plot, or just another character in a crazy, over-the-top celebrity drama. Turn on your notifications and keep an eye on this story, because I'll be right here to explain everything if it takes another strange turn. This drama is far from over. So until then, stay messy, stay curious, and keep an eye on it.